Hello there, my wonderful friends. Can a small piece of fruit really be the reason you're waking up 2 or 3 times every single night? It might sound surprising, but for many older adults around the world, this is exactly what's happening. You finish your dinner, maybe enjoy a slice of orange or a glass of sweet lime juice, and head to bed hoping for a peaceful sleep. But just as your body starts to relax, your bladder refuses to stay quiet. Well, in this video, I'm Dr. Laura, and I'm going to share with you 5 delicious fruits that can gently support your bladder and help you sleep through the entire night, and also 5 fruits that might be quietly making things worse. These are simple changes, but they can bring real relief. Before we get started, I would absolutely love to know where you're watching this video from and what time it is for you right now. Please share in the comments below. Even a small moment of your day is so valuable to me. And if you find this content helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss valuable tips like these. There's a silent frustration that many older adults feel but rarely express. The repeated need to get up at night just to urinate. You lie down after a long day, hoping for a restful break, but barely a few hours pass, and your bladder wakes you up again and again, sometimes even when there isn't much urine at all. Now, you might ask, why does this happen more after 60? The answer, my friend, lies deeply in the changes our bodies undergo as we age. As we get older, the kidneys start to work a little slower, especially at night. Their ability to balance fluids and filter remains effective, but gentler, not weaker. At the same time, the bladder becomes more sensitive, more reactive, even to small amounts of urine. That's where the problems begin. Even if only 120 or 150 milliliters of urine accumulate about half a cup, the bladder sends an urgent signal to the brain saying, "Wake up, it's time." In younger years, the bladder was more patient. It waited to be truly full. But after 60, the nerves around the bladder become more alert and less tolerant. They start to mistake a little pressure for strong urgency. And then, what we eat and drink, especially in the evening, comes into play. Many common foods, like citrus fruits, spicy pickles, or even too much masala chai, can slightly irritate the lining of the bladder. These foods don't harm a young, healthy bladder, but in older adults, they can reduce the pH of urine and create an acidic environment. That acidic urine gently burns the lining of an already sensitive bladder, pushing it to empty prematurely. That's why choosing wisely what to have for your evening snack or after dinner is so important. A simple fruit or drink can decide whether you sleep 6 hours straight or wake up every 90 minutes. The good news is that once we understand this mechanism, small changes in the type of food and the timing can bring significant relief. Because sometimes the path to better rest doesn't start in the bed, but on your dinner plate. In many homes, the choice of fruits after dinner seems straightforward: a sweet banana, a piece of papaya, or some watermelon slices. But most older adults don't realize that some fruits are not only tasty, but can also be allies for your bladder, especially when chosen wisely. After 60, our bodies become more sensitive. Digestion slows down, the bladder becomes reactive, and even a seemingly harmless fruit can either bring calm or cause discomfort. Today, I want to share with you 5 fruits that have been quietly helping many older adults sleep better, reduce nighttime urgency, and support urinary health naturally and gently. Let's start with one of the most humble and reliable fruits in many kitchens: the banana. Bananas have been part of traditional diets for generations. In fact, many older adults remember their parents saying, "Eat a banana at night. It keeps the stomach cool." And there's great wisdom behind that. Bananas are naturally low in acid, which means they won't irritate the lining of your bladder. For someone who wakes up frequently at night to urinate, this can be a significant relief. A medium-sized banana contains about 400 milligrams of potassium. This mineral helps relax the smooth muscles in the bladder and reduces unnecessary contractions. Simply put, it helps the bladder stay calm when it's only slightly full instead of sending urgent signals to the brain. Many older adults, especially those with mild blood pressure concerns, also find bananas helpful because they provide energy without heating the body. The best time to eat a banana is mid-afternoon around 5 p.m. or about an hour after dinner. Make sure it's ripe, but not overly so, and avoid eating it cold from the refrigerator, as that can upset digestion in older bodies. Now, let's talk about papaya. Papaya is often underestimated, seen only as a fruit for digestion, but it does so much more. This vibrant orange fruit contains a natural enzyme called papain. Papain helps break down proteins in food, making digestion easier. Why does this matter for bladder health? Because when the stomach and intestines are light and clean, they don't put unnecessary pressure on the bladder. Imagine an older gentleman in Pune who used to have roti with spicy sabzi and mango pickles for dinner. After switching to a lighter dinner and having a piece of papaya, his bloating reduced down, so did his nighttime trips to the bathroom. Papaya also has a slightly alkalizing effect on the body. This means it doesn't generate excess acid in the urine, which is key for older adults' bladders that are often irritated by acidic waste. For older adults, a ripe slice of papaya about 150 grams after dinner can be very soothing. Just remember, the papaya should be orange and slightly soft, not too ripe or too green. Next on our list is a fruit that's often overlooked, the pear. Pears are soft, sweet, and naturally low in acid. They are one of the most bladder-friendly fruits, especially for older adults who suffer from both constipation and urinary urgency. One of the silent reasons older adults feel a frequent need to urinate is pressure from the bowel. Pears contain a natural sugar alcohol called sorbitol. Sorbitol gently draws water into the intestines and helps with bowel movement. In many cultures, older women often say, if the stomach is happy, the bladder stays quiet. And there's so much truth in that. Eating a medium-sized pear in the mid-afternoon can prevent nighttime bloating and reduce unnecessary pressure on the lower abdomen. Avoid peeling it completely. The skin contains fiber, but wash it well and chew slowly. Following that is watermelon, a summer favorite in almost every home. Now, this might sound confusing. Watermelon is full of water. Shouldn't it increase the need to urinate? Yes. If consumed in excessive amounts or at the wrong time, it can disrupt your sleep. But when taken in moderation during the day, it helps reduce inflammation in the urinary tract. Watermelon contains lycopene, a vibrant red antioxidant that protects prostate health in men and reduces bladder irritation in both sexes. Older adults, especially those with slight prostate inflammation or early signs of infection, can greatly benefit from this natural compound. The key is to consume watermelon in the first half of the day, ideally before 2 p.m. A small bowl about 150 to 200 grams is more than enough. Don't combine it with other fruits or dairy. Eat it alone at room temperature, and please avoid it completely after sunset. Finally, let's talk about guava, that fruit that grows quietly in many gardens, but holds potent health benefits. When slightly firm and not overly ripe, guava is rich in vitamin C, but unlike citrus fruits, it has a lower concentration of citric acid, making it gentler on the bladder. It also contains compounds that help reduce mild inflammation in the urinary tract. One retired teacher shared that she started eating a medium-sized guava around 4 p.m. 3 hours before dinner. She noticed she woke up less at night and felt less burning during urination. That small habit brought her back to uninterrupted sleep. The best time to eat guava is mid-afternoon, and it shouldn't be combined with milk as many older adults tend to do. Peel it if the skin is very thick, and avoid adding salt or spices. Natural is best. So, my dear friend, 5 simple fruits: banana, papaya, pear, watermelon during the day, and guava can make a quiet but powerful difference in your rest and your bladder comfort. Each of them supports your body in a different way, not forcefully. but with the gentle wisdom of nature. And as we age, we discover that health isn't always in medications or tests. Sometimes it's right there on your table in a bowl of well-chosen fruit. Have you tried eating any of these fruits specifically for bladder comfort? What was your experience? Share your stories in the comments. Many habits we carry over from our youth, believing they still benefit us, eating fruits after dinner, is one of those customs in many households. It seems healthy. It feels light. But for many older adults, especially after 60, this habit might be disturbing their sleep, without them even realizing it. What we eat after sunset not only affects digestion, but also how many times our bladder calls us during the night. And when it comes to fruits, not all of them are as gentle as they seem. Let's carefully explore 5 fruits that, if consumed at the wrong time, might be the reason you're waking up 2 or 3 times to go to the bathroom. Let's start with a couple of fruits that are often considered very healthy: the orange and sweet lime mosambi. In many homes, a glass of fresh mosambi juice after dinner is almost a ritual, especially in the summer. We enjoy its freshness, its mild flavor, and believe we're doing something good for our bodies. But few older adults realize that citrus fruits like oranges and sweet limes are high in citric acid. This acid, though natural, can irritate the lining of the bladder, especially when consumed close to bedtime. One older gentleman shared that he used to drink orange juice every day around 8 p.m., thinking it would help him sleep better. Instead, he started waking up 3 or even 4 times a night, always with a sense of urgency. After switching his evening juice to midday, the difference was noticeable in just a few days. You see, the acid in these fruits reduces the pH of urine, making it more acidic. Acidic urine, when passing through an aging bladder, causes a burning or irritating sensation, which triggers the brain with the urgent need to urinate. If you enjoy oranges or sweet limes, you don't need to eliminate them entirely from your diet. Simply enjoy them before 2 p.m. when your digestion is stronger and your bladder has enough time to recover before nighttime rest. Now, let's move on to a fruit that always seems so cheerful: the pineapple. Pineapple is juicy, sweet, and a favorite in many fruit salads. But beneath its sweetness hides a powerful enzyme called bromelain. Bromelain helps break down proteins and is good for digestion, but it also stimulates bowel activity. This means your intestines might become more active than necessary, especially if you eat pineapple at night. One older lady shared how she used to eat slices of pineapple after dinner, hoping to relieve constipation. While her bowel movement did improve, she also noticed more pressure on her bladder. Towards midnight, waking her up even before her bladder was full. The science here is gentle but clear. When the intestines become active, especially in a horizontal position, their movements create pressure on nearby organs, the bladder being one of them. This pressure can cause false urgency, making you feel the need to urinate when there's hardly any urine. If you love sweet and refreshing fruits after dinner, consider switching to ripe papaya or a small pear. They are soothing, less acidic, and much more bladder-friendly. Next, let's talk about grapes. Small, sweet, and often kept in the fridge as a light evening snack. Grapes might seem harmless, but for many older adults, they can cause hidden discomfort. First, grapes contain natural sugars that can start to ferment in the gut, especially if consumed late or on a full stomach. This slight fermentation can lead to gas, bloating, and pressure in the lower abdomen. One retired teacher shared that although he loved black grapes, they often left him feeling bloated and restless at night. The accumulated pressure in his belly would push against his bladder, making him get up more than twice to urinate. Additionally, the skins of grapes are a bit harder to digest, especially for older adults with slower bowel transit. Undigested skins can produce more gas and a feeling of heaviness. If you still want to enjoy grapes, choose ripe ones, remove the skins, and eat them in the morning or early afternoon. Never eat them cold at night. and avoid combining them with yogurt or milk-based dishes. Another silent culprit of discomfort is citrus juice blends. Those fresh glasses mixing orange, lemon, and sometimes kiwi. Each fruit separately and in moderation might not cause harm, but when combined, especially after sunset, they create a low pH environment in the bladder. For older adults, this acidic urine generates more than just discomfort. It creates a cycle of false urgencies, frequent urination, and interrupted sleep. Many people believe that fruit juices are lighter than solid fruit, but in reality, juices deliver concentrated forms of acid and sugar directly to the body, often faster than the fruit itself. If you feel the need for something refreshing after dinner, try a cup of warm water with a slice of gentle pear or a few cubes of room temperature watermelon. During the day, these options support hydration without overly stimulating the bladder. Lastly, let's look at a fruit that in many cultures is often used more like a vegetable: the tomato. Tomatoes are rich in flavor and color, and we use them in almost every savory dish. But raw tomatoes, especially when eaten in salads or sliced at night, can create silent tension in the bladder. The reason lies in a compound called salicylic acid. This acid can increase the formation of small crystals in the urine and slightly irritate the bladder or walls in older adults whose urinary system is already more sensitive. This irritation leads to a greater need to urinate. One older couple shared that they love to have tomato and onion salad every night, but by eliminating raw tomatoes and substituting them with cooked carrots or steamed green beans, they noticed their sleep improved without any medication. If you enjoy tomatoes, consume them cooked in your dishes and avoid raw ones at night. This small step can protect your bladder without changing the flavor of your meals too much. So, my dear friend, 5 seemingly innocent fruits can disrupt your rest if consumed at the wrong time: orange, pineapple, grapes, citrus juice blends, and raw tomato. They all have their place, but not after sunset, because at this stage of life, health depends not only on what you eat, but also on when you eat it. Timing and awareness now matter more than ever. Sometimes a peaceful night doesn't start with a sleeping pill, but with the decision to skip a single fruit after dinner. Were you surprised by any of these fruits on the avoid list? Have you noticed any connection between eating these and your nighttime bathroom trips? Please share in the comments. Before we continue with more valuable insights on how to improve your sleep and well-being, I have something truly special I'm so excited to share with you. I've poured all my very best knowledge, my heart, and years of experience into my new ebook, Ageless Vitality, your guide to health and wellness for seniors. This isn't just about sleep or diet. It's a comprehensive guide to boosting your energy, sharpening your mind, improving your balance, nourishing your brain, and so much more. If you're ready to feel younger, stronger, and more vibrant, this ebook is an absolute must-have. It's packed with practical tips, delicious, easy-to-make recipes, and gentle, actionable advice designed specifically for seniors. It's your personal roadmap to a healthier, happier you. You'll find the link to get your copy pinned in the very first comment below. Seriously, you don't want to miss out on this incredible resource that can truly change your daily life. In many cultures, eating fruit is seen as a symbol of health, a quiet reward after meals, or a gentle snack between bigger meals. But as we age, it's not just the type of fruit that matters. It's also the time we eat it. According to ancient wisdom, our digestive strength starts to gently decrease after sunset. This age-old truth still holds value even in modern science. In the evening, the body's ability to digest, absorb, and eliminate becomes gentler, slower, and more delicate. For older adults, this means that any fruit consumed late can behave differently inside the body. Fruits high in water content like watermelon, grapes, or citrus fruits can increase fluid retention and put extra pressure on the bladder during sleep. Instead of bringing relief, they might cause urinary urgency, bloating, or even mild acidity. We must also understand that with age, the digestive process becomes more sensitive. If fruits are eaten too close to dinner or combined directly with heavier foods like grains, vegetables, or legumes, they can ferment slightly in the stomach. This mild fermentation can lead to gas, a feeling of heaviness, or even disrupt sleep. To avoid these issues, a simple change in timing can bring significant relief. Fruits with higher water content, like watermelon, sweet lime, or orange, should ideally be eaten before 5 p.m. This gives the body enough time to process the fluids and balance the urinary rhythm before nightfall. Fruits with a calming effect on the bladder, like banana, pear, or papaya, can be enjoyed in the late afternoon, but at least 2 hours before bedtime. This gentle window allows for peaceful digestion and prevents unwanted bladder signals at midnight. And most importantly, fruits should not be eaten right along with a full dinner. Let your rice and stew finish their journey first. Then, if you need it, enjoy the fruit as a light standalone snack. Because at this age, your body isn't asking for more. It's asking for better timing, better rest, and a better understanding of what it truly needs inside. Sometimes good health doesn't require a drastic change. It starts with something as simple as choosing the right fruit at the right time. You see, as we age, our bodies start to send us quieter signals. Digestion slows down, sleep becomes lighter, and the bladder becomes more sensitive. In this stage of life, even a small choice like what fruit to eat after sunset can influence the depth of your sleep and how many times you wake up at night. Many fruits are good by nature, but not all are good at night. The true wisdom lies not just in knowing what to eat, but in knowing when to eat it. I still remember hearing from someone who used to have a glass of orange juice after dinner every single night. She thought it would help with digestion, but night after night, she would wake up at 1 a.m. and again at 3 a.m., unable to fall back into a deep sleep. One day, she replaced that evening orange juice with a slice of ripe, soft, room temperature papaya at around 7 p.m., and just like that, she started sleeping 6 hours straight without waking up even once. No medicine, no special routine, just a gentle shift. That's the power of understanding your body with kindness, without pressure, without rigid rules, just awareness. Today, I invite you not to change your whole life, but to try making one small adjustment. Try eating bladder-soothing fruits like banana or papaya in the late afternoon and move the acidic or very juicy fruits like orange or pineapple to midday. Do this for just 3 days. Observe your rest. Notice how your bladder behaves and feel how your body wakes up in the morning because you deserve rest. You deserve peace, and you deserve to wake up feeling refreshed, not exhausted from the night before. Now that you know which fruits to gently keep and which to softly avoid after dinner, the choice is in your hands, and sometimes a wise decision. Today becomes a peaceful habit tomorrow. Today we didn't just talk about fruits. We talked about listening to your body with love and patience. We learned that the right fruit taken at the right time can bring restful nights and gentle mornings. And that sometimes all it takes is a small change, not a big transformation. If anything in this video resonated with you or reminded you of your own experience, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Please share your thoughts in the comments below or simply type the word HOPE if that's what you're feeling today. And if you found this content helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. And share this video with someone you care about. A friend, a neighbor, or a family member who might also need a little peace. Until we meet again, may your nights be quiet, your rest deep, and your heart full